My name is Momita. I'm part of the Technology Resource Center, ICIT. The first session is Introduction to Blackboard. So in this session, I'll cover how to access Blackboard, how you can communicate with your students via Blackboard, upload materials, different type of materials actually, and how you can facilitate discussion via Blackboard. If you have, you are all muted now so that we don't have any background noise. If you have any questions during my session, please feel free to put it on the chat box. The session will run about like 40 minutes, and the last 15 to 20 minutes, I will take any questions or any answers. And I will periodically read through your questions via chat as well, and I will answer them as I go along or repeat if necessary. Okay. So let's start. How do you access Blackboard, right? From CUNY page, cuny.edu. That's one of my recommended page, but you can even just Google Blackboard from the hunt or search Blackboard from the Hunter College page, and it all takes you here. So why I like the CUNY page, the cuny.edu, because if you go to log in, you can see you can actually access everything: the CUNY portal, the CUNY First, which and Blackboard. These are same username and password. However, the login place is different. So for this session, I will be accessing Blackboard. So what is your Blackboard username and password, right? So the Blackboard username is your first name dot last name, and it ends with 2 numbers on your ID card, and it's same as your CUNY First account, and definitely separate from your Hunter email. And then you type your password. So if you don't know how to access your Blackboard account, or do not haven't claimed your CUNY First account before this, you can go to new users, or you can, if you've forgotten your username or password, you can actually access that as well. I will not be covering how to access this because that will not give me enough time to the things I want to take you through. Okay. So once you are done entering your username and password, you click on enter, and then it takes you to the Blackboard homepage. This page might look different on your side than mine. I'm obviously a staff, you are a faculty, so you'll probably have a lot more things. If you are teaching multiple CUNY campuses, you will have like, in addition to Hunter faculty, you may have like Baruch faculty here as well, but those are all different different tabs for the campuses to communicate the faculty or the student, right? So for our training purposes, the most important part is my courses. So the courses you are teaching spring 2020 should be listed there. Blackboard always creates the course that is listed in CUNY First for students to register. Okay, so your courses already should be listed there. It may say not currently available next to it, which is fine. That means it's not currently available to your students, but it's available to you. Um, but before we go into the course, I want you to scroll a little below and focus on this area, which is known as tools. So why we are looking at tools? Reason is, since we will be doing distance learning for rest of the semester, it's important for us to know which emails Blackboard will send the emails to, or which email I have listed for Blackboard. So if you click on Blackboard, and the same goes for you as well as your student, you can also ask them to go to tools and click on update email to make sure they have an email address listed there which they have access to. Again, it has to be a CUNY email address, right? It cannot be their Gmail or their Yahoo or anything like that, but it has to be a CUNY email address. It can be their My Hunter email address. It can be if they're affiliated with the graduate center, it can be their grad center email address. That's fine. As long as they know how to access to, this is where they can check which email is there. And if needed, they can update it as well. But it has to be a clean email address, okay? I already received a question, I think. Bear with me. Let me just quickly check. I received a question. Someone is asking that he or she is teaching health assessment lab and 2 classes, and he or she needs to set up to how to teach at lab and seminar. I don't know the specifics to it. I'm just showing you the tools that we have, which is Blackboard. I'm showing the basics where you can upload your materials. Later I'll be showing how you can create assignments, as well as how you can create tests, have the students submit the assignment, do group works, and submit take test via Blackboard. And the last session I'll be showing where the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, where you can do a live sessions or interact with your students. But if you're teaching a lab or things like that, please seek guidance from the chair of the department. I do not know what to tell you in regards to that, how you can teach a lab. I'm just showing you all there is to know about the tool that we have, which is Blackboard. And again, I'm showing everything, so you have to pick and use the things that relevant to your course and that works with you and your students. Okay. So with that said, let's start with the Blackboard course. So again, as you can see, if you have not made the course available to students, which I will talk to you about how to do it, it may say not currently available, but that does not mean that you cannot access it. For you, you just have to simply click on it. And as you can go in, it still says course is unavailable to students. Your students see the same message also on the home page. They still see the courses they are enrolled. They will still say it's introduction to Blackboard or introduction to psychology, right? They will get that message as well, that not currently available. But the difference between you and your students is they will not be able to access it, but you can. So once you are in there, you're already in the course, and it says course is unavailable to student. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make this course available to students. Do you have to do at the beginning before you upload the materials? No. You can actually set your course up, upload the materials, get it ready, and then make it available as well. So you determine when would you like to make the course available. So let me show you how you can course make available, right? So you have to, so you have 2 areas. This is the content area, what your students see, and this is the area is for you who, it says control panel, so you have more access to more tools and change any settings that you want to. So to make the course available for us, we have to go to customization, and when you are in customization, we can click on properties. When we are in properties, and we have to scroll down. As you can see, you can even add to the name of the course or change the name of the course as well. And then when you scroll below, you see right here set availability, and this is where you have to say yes to make the course available. And once you say yes, then you hit submit, and the course becomes available. As you can see, I no longer have the option course is not available to students there, right? So that's simple. Let me quickly show you on the home page that message not currently available is also not there at all. So let me go right back into the course. Okay, so now I have to let's say how I want to communicate with my students, right? I can do it 2 ways. I can actually create an announcement, or I can send emails. But as you can see, it looks like I cannot do anything. The reason is I have this, we have this option right here, edit mode is currently set off. So when it's off, you actually cannot do anything. But as soon as I click on and it becomes on, and you will see that I have a lot more options. It gives me more detail, it brings me my content area, and I have this button right here. It's called create announcement. So to create announcement, I can simply click on create announcement. So what is announcement, right? So announcement has to be an announcement based on the whole class, right? It cannot be a private message, or it cannot be a message to one particular student regarding one particular topic, right? It has to be something that is relevant to the whole class. Like, welcome back, or final posted, something like that. And so once you do that, then, but it works like an email. As you can see, you have to have a subject, and then you can post a message that, let's say final is due May 15. So you get the idea. You will type the subject of the announcement and your message, and it can be, a long message as well. And then you have to scroll down. What Blackboard does also, it gives you an option to send an email, send the copy of the announcement to the student's email. The email address I showed you at the beginning, that the email address they have listed in their Blackboard course. So you simply click on there, and it goes to all of their emails. So again, benefit of announcement is it stays in Blackboard. So if someone does not check their email address, they can still log in and see the announcement. You can also send the announcement copy to their email as well. But the downside of announcement is it cannot be private. It's for everyone or none. And then you are not also able to send any file via announcement as well. So that's something else you have to remember, right? So once that's done, and then you simply click on submit, and once you do that, it tells you success, announcement created, email was successfully sent to all course users. As I said, this has to be for all. And if I go here, you see it's already tells me that this is the announcement, student will see it, final posted, and when it was posted, and the message that I have below. So let's say now, I have to send an email to a specific student about specific topic. How can I do that? Do I have to go to my email addresses and type, find student's email and type it? No, actually, Blackboard already have all of you listed on your course, and for you simply have to choose the student or select the student. So where to go? All the tools or all the additional tools that you do not see here is under tools. You simply click on tools. Again, your student have access to that also, so they can email to their classmates as well via this option as well. I will suggest leave it open so that they can reach out to their peers, their friends as well, since they will not be they will not come to campus or see each other, so that they can at least communicate via Blackboard as well. So you see send email right here. Again, it might be a little further up for you or further down, it depending on what you have or what your screen size, but all you need to do is find this option, send email. So once you click on that, then you again all the option. You can still email all users, you can do all groups. If you have a lot of TA and you are only trying to reach your TAs, you can do all teaching assistants as well. So you have all these options right here, and it gives you a detail about that specific option there as well. So for us, we want to email one specific student, right? So I'm going to click on select user, and I'm there. Let's say I want to email this student's particular Moshumi, and then I want to say, let's say Moshumi needs Moshumi is traveling somewhere, so she needs to take the final before it's due, or she needs to take it after it's due, right? So I can talk about final date schedule, and then I can ask her, please give me the date. So you get the idea, right? Since she approached me before and let me know the day I'm supposed to take the final, there is a conflict with her and it's a valid excuse. I'm letting her take the final a later day. So I'm just emailing her so that she can get back to me about that. And this message, as I said, is specific to Shumi, not for whole class. The rest of the class has to take, let's say, on the 15th or before 15th, as I specified. But I can reach out to her that way. And the benefit of email is you can actually attach a file. I will not actually recommend you send files. I would ask you to upload the files in Blackboard so that it's more organized. Student are not searching their emails for the for the readings that they have to read. Also, when you're sending attachment, it takes space in their email. They may not have enough space in their email also to receive the email. But the option is still there, and if it's a small file or a very urgent thing that you want them to have access to immediately, the option is there, and you can indeed send a file. It can be an image, PDF, Word document, etc. Right? So once you are done, you hit submit, and you get the message also that your email was sent to the recipient, and then Haidar Mushumi, right? So that's it about how you can communicate between your students, right? Directly, and also in terms your students can communicate with other students via email. They go to the same option as send under tools as well. Okay, we already have past 18 minutes, so let's move on to how we can add materials. So to add materials in Blackboard, you have to go to one of these areas. So course information or course materials, right? But before we go in, I get a lot of questions. I don't like the word course information or course materials, or I want to add more areas there because I want to keep it separate, right? So how you can do it? So for you to do any changes in Blackboard, all you have to do is find this arrow or V sign next to any of the areas that you want to change or edit. So if I can simply click on here, and then I get the option, I can actually rename this link or even delete it. So for us, let's say we are going to rename this link, and instead of course information, we are going to call it syllabus. So once we have the syllabus, we have to click on this green check, keep it safe, and it becomes a syllabus, right? And let's say course materials is okay. I'm happy with course materials. But I want to add another of this area, and I want for my homeworks, right? So I can simply click on this plus sign right here and click on content area. And once I'm there, let's call it homeworks. I think I already have it, so I'm just going to select it. I have to make sure to click on available to users, meaning so that it becomes available to students. And then I can hit submit. For only these purposes, I'm not going to check this so that I can show you if you accidentally do not check it, what else happens. So let me submit. Anything you add, it adds at the bottom of the page, and if you move the mouse over on the left side, you can actually move it around and reposition. Let's say I want the homeworks to be right below course materials, but as you can see this arrow right here, and I put the mouse over and you can see it says this link is hidden from students. It's already telling me what is this link about and how can I make it available. Do I have to add another one? The answer is no. Again, you find that arrow next to it and simply click on show link, and as you can see it becomes available, meaning now the students can see it. Okay, so now let me go into, let's say, course material and show you how you can add materials. So we are in course material, we clicked on it, right? Again, you have to make sure the edit mode is on, otherwise you will not be able to add any content. So I'll show you. If I click on it, turn it off, all options for me to do anything within Blackboard goes away. I made it on, now it's back, right? So you have to always make sure if you are not able to do anything, whether is your edit mode on or off. So once there, To add materials, all you have to focus on is build content, right? So as you can see, as soon as I click on build content, lot of options comes up. I can add item, file, audio, image, video, web link. I can do course link. I can even also do YouTube videos. So I'm going to show you few, but I would recommend you add another of area by going there, keep it unavailable to your students, and add different type of materials and see whether you like it or not, or which one you like. So I will show you an item. So actually let me show you a file first, right? Let me show you file. I can actually browse my computer. Let me show you. So let's say this, and when you do I do file, and I can give it a name, syllabus, simply, and I can just simply make it available. Okay, but before I make it available, let me show you. You actually have options to display a certain item for certain time, right? You have to definitely make it available, but if you want to you want them to have access to this syllabus only until, let's say, March 31st, you can choose to do that. So after March 31st, the file, it will still be there for you to see, but student will no longer able to see it. So that's it in terms of file, right? And I will hit submit. However, if I go to items, as you can hear from my tone that I actually like item better, you can do the same thing. I can still call it syllabus, but this gives me a text box. This gives me a text box for instruction, what I want them to do with the syllabus. I can just write, this is an updated version. So that this is my way of telling them what I want them to do, or what this file about. I can tell them I want you to read and then do a discussion on the discussion board, or I want them to read this and write an essay. I want them to replace this syllabus with the other version that I submitted at the beginning of the semester, right? You may all probably have an updated or little modified version of syllabus, it may happen. So when I choose an item, I get the option to add the details to the file that I'm uploading for the students. And I think it's very important, because they are not going to be there to ask you the question. Of course they can email you, but if you actually provide them as many details at the beginning, make it give them all the details, be very clear about what you want them to do about it, then you will probably not get those emails in your email addresses, right? So it will be clear for the students what you want them to do with them. And then again, you go to the attachment and you can browse from your computer. But what file does is, file also gives you access to the cloud storage. So if you have your files on Google Drive, if you have it on Dropbox, if you have it on OneDrive, OneDrive for Business, you can actually log in, access your personal information, and then attach that way. But most of us probably like it to attach from our computer. So I'll just click on my computer. This is the same file I have to add, and then I will open and it will be added there. And this option seems I have to make it available to students to see, and I can display it for certain time. Actually, let me show you that if I choose to display it after a day, what happens. So let me choose a 20th and hit submit. And you can see it says item is hidden from students. It will be available March 20th at 12:25 p.m. So it tells you when it will be available. But let's say you did that and now you want to make it available to students now. How would that work? As you can see, the syllabus, sorry, I told you that arrow, all you need to find to do any editing, right? Or in editing any options or settings. So if I click on there, I simply click on edit again. And at the bottom of the page, all I'm going to do is uncheck this, hit submit, and it will be available. And you can see it's turned into blue, not gray anymore. And the message that I had, that item is hidden from students, is no longer there. Okay. Okay. So now let me show you how you can add, let's say, a web link somewhere else that you want them to go outside of Blackboard. And then that will be, again, build content, make sure the edit mode is on, and you have to click on web link. And let's say I want to, for them, this is online. Again, make the headings or the, any instruction you have for them as elaborate as much as you can. So for URL, you can simply type it in, but again, we may make an error. So for it's always better you have that open some other tab. Simply click on it, select copy. When you copied, you come back to your Blackboard, you and then post here. And again, I can have the description. I can tell them this is a research about teaching online. Um, and then once you are done, all the options are right there as well, how you can add attachment, display after display until, and stuff like that. And you hit submit, and it takes that. And let me show you whether it really works or not. I'm going to close this page for me. And if I click on here, and you see it opens up again, and it's the same page that I had before. So you can actually link any website you want them to access to um, uh, uh, for access to via web link. So now let me show you how you can add the YouTube video, right? You can simply go into YouTube video right here. And this is a search within YouTube, I mean search of Blackboard, sorry, YouTube videos, but it's within Blackboard, so you don't have to go outside and do anything, and you can search within here. So let's say Blackboard, I can just do that, Blackboard tips and tricks, right? But you have to remember, the search result will only contain the videos that are public. We cannot bring any private or unlisted videos, okay? So let's say this is the video I want them to see. I can simply click on select the name. I can keep the same name as the video title, or if I want, I can actually change it as well. Maybe I will just remove this, tips and tricks, and then again the description. I can say, tell them, watch and learn, or anything relevant for you to say regarding the video to your students. But here is important, right? Instead of thumbnail, you should actually do embed. So once you do embed, it actually plays within Blackboard. It will not take them outside of Blackboard on YouTube. They will play within Blackboard, and I will show you how. And here, you can also choose a display after and display until date. So these option, the standard option, it's same in every build content area. So let me submit. Again, you can also preview, but I'm happy with it. I know this is the video I want. I will just hit submit directly. And like Blackboard, it's always at the bottom, right? It's here, and they can simply click on play, and it will play within Blackboard, right? As you can see, it's loading. I'm not going to play it, but you get the idea. Okay. But let's say you added, but you actually want them to see this teaching online resource at the beginning, at the top, right? Do I have, how can you do that? You can simply put the mouse over on the side, and once you move the mouse on the purple, it becomes an anchor, like four-sided anchor. You can then simply drag it and all the way up. So that's one way of doing it. You can also use this arrow to rearrange it as well. So you can see arrow right there. Let's say I want to make the top 10 video the first now, and then I want the teaching online at the bottom. I can do that and hit submit, and that reorders as well. Okay, so you can do that. That is right here next to the option discover content. What else? Let's say you don't since you like this syllabus, it's a duplicate, it means confuse students, I want to delete it. How can I delete? Again, that arrow gives you all those options. So I can simply click on here, click on delete. Since I'm deleting it, it asks me to confirm. I will hit OK. And as you can see, the syllabus is gone. You have to remember, if you delete something in Blackboard, there is no recycle bin. It will be deleted forever. So if you are unsure that whether you really want to delete or not, you can actually make it unavailable. So let me show you how you can do it. Again, that arrow, you can actually make it unavailable. The button is right here for the time being so that students are not confused, but you at least still have access to that material. Okay. What else you can do? Let's say this video is really, no, let's say this syllabus is really supposed to be on the syllabus tab instead of course materials. So now do you have to delete and add, go back there and delete? Add again? The answer is no. Again, once you move, click on that arrow, there are a lot of options there. And from there, you can click on move, and moving into the same course, but you actually have the option to move it to a different course as well. As you can see, I can see all of my courses, and under destination folder I can choose browse, and I want to select syllabus for it and simply hit submit. I get the message success item removed. As I can see under course materials, I don't have that anymore. And if I go to syllabus, see, it's there. It's still unavailable because I make sure that it's unavailable for students, but I can again, now I'm ready. I can just simply go in and make it available, and it will be available. Okay, so you get the idea. So there are some things to, few things to remember in terms of adding materials. The single file size limit is 25 megabyte. That was told, but it works way over 25 megabyte. But if it does not, if you get an error message, I would say maybe zip the file, or if it's a PowerPoint, convert into a PDF. PDF tends to be smaller in size. So that's one thing to remember. Also, the course itself had a 750 megabyte size limit, but CUNY actually increased all course sizes to 1.5 gigabyte. So that's a very good thing. You have a lot of size for you to upload a lot of materials. And if some reason the file is not accepted by Blackboard, just make sure that you don't have any special characters like a dollar sign or the and sign or symbol within the name of the file. So you have, if you remember those, you'll be all good. Okay. Okay, so let's now move on, and so that I can show you to how to facilitate a discussion board, right? Let's say you will be adding all of your materials in there, and you want them to have a discussion there based on the articles that you posted. So you come to actually discussion board. Let me actually delete this so that I can actually show you how it actually looks like. So everyone has a discussion board on the left hand side. So if you go to discussion board, it will look like this: empty, no items found, discussion board. So what do you do, or what do you do to set it up a discussion board? You actually have to create a forum. Again, you have to make sure the edit mode is on. If it's off, you will not see that at all. So once it's on, you simply click on create forum. And let's say you want to talk about, this is about the Blackboard video. So you want to facilitate a discussion based on the video that you posted. Remember, we posted a video, that Blackboard tips and tricks, and you want to facilitate a discussion about that. Again, you give them instruction what they want him to do. So you get the idea. So you tell them what you want them to do. Once you are done, as I said, this option is everywhere same. You can choose to display after certain days or display until certain days. And the forum settings, leave all this, like especially like this below as it is. But I want you to focus on the first two options, right? The first option, as you can see, it says viewing threads or reply. We have two options, standard view, and the other option is participant must create a thread in order to view other threads on this forum. So what's the difference? If we choose the standard view, students, as the posts become available, also all students can see it. So let's say student B comes in, sees student A's post already there, and then he or she can write, his or her post, right? But if we actually choose the participant must create a thread in order to view other threads in this forum, meanings student B comes in, he will not be able to see student A's post until he makes his own post, or he submits his own writing first, or he submits his own, he has to create his thread first. So you get the idea. So they cannot see others until they create their own. When that can be very useful. So it can be very useful for you, so you know that you are getting their original thought, right? It's also beneficial to students because if it's open, right, standard view, and I am one of the person that comes, did not get a chance to do it right away, so I'm doing it at the end. And now that I'm in there, I'm reading everyone's, and I see that some of my fellow peers already submitted that I thought about the video, right? So I or that student in that sense may think, or be overwhelmed that he has to come up with a completely different idea. So when something that's very important that you are grading on them, I would recommend that you choose the second option, so that you are getting their original thought, and the students also know that they are not influenced by anyone else, or you will know that they post their original thought. So that can be very useful. Or if it's an open thing, you are not grading them, you don't mind if students see each other's, you want them to just read and respond to others, then you can just leave it at standard view. So you can choose the option you want to. I just wanted to explain what's the difference between it. Okay. And again, if you want to grade it, you can grade it. You don't have to, but the option is there. Any tools that we have in Blackboard, we have the option to grade it if we want to. And if you want to, all you do is select yes, and then you give the points possible. Instead of 0, it could be 5, 10, something like that. And then you simply hit submit, and it's get added. So last thing I want you to do, if I have a lot of faculty is wondering, or even see that my students don't see it, how do I can make sure the students are seeing what I am seeing? You have this button which is called student preview, right? If you enter there, this is what your student sees, right? They will go to discussion board, and you can see, they will see that you have a forum, they will click on it, and they can click on create. See, it tells them this is a post first discussion forum. I first need to create a thread in order to see others. So I can click on test, and I can just simply click on, type my response. They can copy paste from Word if they're comfortable doing that, or they can just simply type it here as well. They hit submit, and it gets posted. You may notice that I don't have the homework folder there, but I have it on the instruction bit why they are not seeing it. So if any area is empty, Blackboard automatically hides it from the student, because it does not, it does not make sense for them to show the homework folder because the homework folder is empty. How I know it? For this icon, and if I put the mouse over, you see it tells you this link has no content. So if any area that is automatically empty, it automatically hidden from the student. So you have to remember that. And if I go back to discussion board now, you will see that I have 100 posts from the student preview. And if I click, I will see that this is the message that I have. I can reply, I can mark as read, so all these options are there. Okay, so hey Chris or Lauren, can you please unmute everyone? I will take questions now.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Let me make.
I just did it, Chris, so they should be able to speak now if they'd like.
Hi, anyone have any questions about anything that I covered or anything else related to Blackboard? You are all unmuted, so you should be able to speak freely.
Anyone? No. Oh, okay.
Don't have any questions right now. Thank you.
Maureen would like to ask a question. Let's see if we can get Maureen. Unmute Maureen. Maureen, you're unmuted on my end, but I don't see a microphone for you, Maureen, like the icon. So I'm not sure. It says you're self-muted. So Maureen, if you can unmute yourself, there's an orange microphone somewhere. It should be green.
It should be right here, right?
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Maureen.
Yeah. Hello. I don't really have any questions. I just wasn't sure if I pretty much got everything I need. I just was wondering why I was unmuted, but now I figured out why. Sorry to make a big deal about it.
It's okay. We unmute, like muted everyone so that there is no background noise, and so that absolutely. But no, good luck. You have your class started already, or it's later today, or you don't have a class today?
Well, that's the thing is I don't really teach class, but I'm helping the professors in my department upload exams and handouts and things. That's why I needed to
Same here.
That's really good.
Robert Biondi speaking.
Oh, Robert. Hello, Robert.
Hi, Maureen. Same thing with Maureen. We're staff assistants.
Yeah, so I actually got a question via chat that will I be going over how to create a timed quiz? Yes, the next session is based on completely on assessment. So I will be going over assignment, how students have graded, how you graded, as well as I will show how you can create a quiz, how you can time it and everything. That's actually at 1 o'clock. So that will again is probably going to be 45 minutes. Then I will take questions. So that's coming up in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I had that in a question via chat, so I'm answering that as well.
Oop.
Anyone else have any questions?
Momita, I'm seeing, this is Chris. I'm seeing a question from Natalia Melnick. When will the recorded sessions be posted? I know that we're going to get that question a lot at the end of sessions.
Unfortunately, I still don't know. Actually, Chris and Lauren, can you talk to Steve Sukra and get that sorted out? Because I am getting emails about that as well.
Yeah.
We were
And-
trying to wait till all the trainings were done so that we could have the best selection
Okay.
of
Okay,
training.
so to answer Natalia and everyone, we are actually doing, I'm also doing a training session tomorrow. So we have like 6 sessions for each of them. They're going to go over all individual 6 sessions and compile or combine and create the best one, and they will post it after, right? So after Friday, it will be posted. So just hang there. You know, it will probably be posted on the teaching resources for teaching remotely, that same page. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, I can see that we already have a link to a lot of other things. I'm pretty sure they can incorporate that on the same page as well, so we all know where to go, not looking everywhere. So just hang there. But if you have a specific question, email us. You know, our email is training@hunter.cuny.edu. My colleagues Francisco and Steve Giovino, they are actually on campus today. Even if you have a question, you can call them as well, 212-650-3358. So they are assisting, answering emails, answering tickets and phone calls as well while I'm doing the trainings from home. So you know, keep them in your prayers, and keep, you know, thank Chris and Lauren as well, because they're all on campus while, you know, we're doing it from home. So thank you, Chris and Lauren, and Steve and Cisco. All the stuff, they're all there, you know, doing and helping us go through this.
No problem. Thank you, Momita.
Okay, thank you.
We'll see you in a little bit, or hear you in a little bit.
You can see me, it's okay. I mean, I took over my son's room, so you will see a lot of books, a lot of toys all over. You know, but because my husband and I, we actually both working from home, so he took over another room that we have, so I had to take over my my 8-year-old son's room. But if you want, I can actually share my video as well. But maybe tomorrow. But no, you know, we can all do it. So this is an emergency, special situation. I hope no one ever has to go through it again, ever. But you know, we can all do it. Okay, so I will end the sessions today. You know, join me again at 1 o'clock. I'm covering assignment and tests. And if time permits, grade center. If I cannot do grade center, I will actually talk to our managers to probably do a sessions or grade center solely, but maybe some later in the semester. Right now, we need to get the courses going. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you in a bit.